Alright, let's pop into this Dredgevine match. No, I don't use mana traders. Unless you plan to change decks, I don't know, twice a week or 3 times a week, there's really not, like, the appeal to using something like mana traders is not there for digital. Like, the return rate you get for selling Magic Online cards back in is so high that I really don't see the appeal of, like, renting them when just owning them is simple and easy. Keep this. Seems okay. Gross. Insolent Neonate's a good hit, because that means if we find another 1-mana creature, there's no basic mountain in my deck. At some point, I'm gonna learn that I need to vet the mana bases, chat. At some point, Hogland is gonna learn that he needs to vet the mana bases more thoroughly. He's gonna learn that I need to vet, and like now, like, this hand is great, but like, now I have to fetch another Shockland to play red source here. I looked at the Shocklands, I put in a Blackcleave Cliffs. I missed that there wasn't a basic mountain. They don't have another land. That's potentially very good for us. It's potentially very good for us. Oh, geez. Oh, yeah, well, they are certainly dead now. They are certainly dead now. Gonna get them anyways here. So do this. Fetch Shock. Get a Blood Crypt. Just modern things, really. Just modern things, really. Floop, floop, floop. Is that good? Is that one? Doesn't matter that our mana base still sucks. 12U. Go. Your move, Yugi boy. This is all I got. Now, why would I screenshot it? Like, it's nothing special. Ooh, they hit the land. This could mean they have Lightning Helix. I'm 10 out of 10 using this to block here. Oh, time to get swifty, huh? Taylor Swifty Spear. Alright, well, swoop the whoop. They have a Helix here. They could Helix one, chump another. Who's the aggro deck now, opponent? If it's not Helix, the Kolaghan's command kills them, right? Just a Searing Blaze. Oh, ye of little damage. Thought you had a chance, huh? Get ya. All right. We have a plan for Burn. Person that put this together was like, you know what we're not going to lose to? We're going to try not to lose to Burn. And I appreciate that. As someone who enjoys not losing to Burn, I appreciate double Gnaw Golgari Brownscale being in my sideboard. Yeah, there's no reason for there not to be a mountain in this deck. You need to have, like, a really good reason to not have mountains, especially with, like, these Ghost Quarters here. Like, you could almost make an argument that, like, mountain sucks with these cards, but, like, if you have room for Ghost Quarters in your mana base, you have room for a mountain in your mana base first. Oh, Spellskite's probably decent. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that assessment. These K-Commands are actually probably bad. Do I have time to set up Stinkweed Imp? Probably not. Or let's spin a Loam. Loam's worse. I'm thinking one of these other cards up here. K-Command's fine against Burn. It's probably better than a Loam. You can board out a GQ main deck for Trod. That's fair. That's fair. I don't hate boarding one out. All right, let's get those. They're on the draw, too. Man. Faithless Looting, Golgari Brownscale, and Opener. Keeper. Sneeper, Keeper. And a Vengevine. Sign me up. Ditch you, ditch you. And then we're actually getting set up here to turn 3, go Scooze Neonate. We'll dredge the old brownie next turn. For a true professional, we'll dredge him into some more Vengevines. Dredged him into a Gnaw to the bone. Sign me up. All right, we're taking 3 here, though. We're going to take 4, 5, 6, 7 off of these. We might end up behind this race here. If they have another Eidolon, that's terrifying. Ugh, they have Rip in their deck. That's unbeatable. Do I want to go with unbeatable? Probably unbeatable. If I discarded the Imp, I could have had both of those. Maybe. Yeah, you're correct that I could have done that. Alright, do I want Golgari Charm? Nah, they usually only have 1 Rip. I'm just gonna submit. I didn't play the Neonate there, chat, for those that are wondering, because Neonate plus Scavenging Ooze triggered the Vengevine that was in my bin on turn 3. I talked about that. Nah, I think that's narrow. Most of the time they have 1 or 2 Rip at most, and like their deck has no card advantage or selection, so like boarding in a narrow card to hit their narrow card. Like I could see an argument, okay, I'm boarding the Engineered Explosives. Let's do that. Engineered Explosives has text outside of killing Rip, whereas Golgari Charm really doesn't. Nah, I don't think so. I guess that's okay, fine. You've talked me into it. And by that I mean we've already submitted, so let's go. That's really sad. Have to mulligan. Probably dead. Rip the bit challenge. That for 1 first. We're not going to dredge this. We need a land. It's a Blackcleave Cliffs. I need a green source though, right? It's unfortunate. I mean, Owling Mine can boomerang their what's it called? Like their amalgams and stuff. There's a Gravecrawler on top of my deck. That's actually really funny because the Goblin Guide lets me know that I want to dredge here, which is nice. I'll attack here first and then bin the Brownscale to try and hit a land. Well, I mean, that's a pretty big thing, right? I also get to cast my Gravecrawler here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I want to lose the Stinkweed Imp or the Brownscale? Probably the Stinkweed Imp, right? Alright, I missed the land drops. Maybe we could actually be in this. There's a Vengevine on top of my deck. So this is clearly a Bolt, right? So I'm just going to run the no blocks here. So I'm attacking them for 7 on the backswing. So I know I want to dredge this Brownscale this turn because there's not a land on top of my deck. Yeah, I think casting the Gravecrawler is better. I think it's better. I don't know, I guess I could see a world where that's not correct. Remember that time we cut a land? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Need them to keep bricking on lands here. Probably dead to that. Hey, Doof Monster, with the 2-month Tier 1 resubscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate the continued support as always. Subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. It's been a close set. Got hosed by a sideboard card in that second game there, but other than that, it's been pretty close. If only. This card would be so nuts if it could block. Could you imagine Bloodghast and Gravecrawler if they could block? God, that would be so nuts. I mean, to be fair, without the Vengevines in game 1, we were going to lose pretty hard, right? I wonder what's in their hand that they're in the tank here. I wonder if they're tanking on if they're supposed to, like, double shoot the Gurmag Angler or not. If they have just a single 3-mana burn spell here, they can hit us for 7 down to 3. The way this game is played out, I do wish that I had played the Engineered Explosives on 1 the turn I brought back the Gravecrawler. Land, please. Yes! Unfortunately, that doesn't make green mana without hurting us, which sucks. No play there is really good. I wonder if they have a Deflecting Palm. Is this a Deflecting Palm? Is that what's going on here? Does this feel like Deflecting Palm to anyone else? I feel like I'm about to get Deflecting Palmed here. I think I'm probably dead no matter how I cut it. Because, like, I can't really play around Palm, right? Can I? Can I play around Palm? So I get to crack this turn, fetch a green land tapped. Next turn I go Lotleth into Gravecrawler, floop back Vengevine, smash. Whatever. Kill me. They have so many cards in hand. We're probably just like end step, bolt you, untap, kill you. Probably doesn't matter. I think the mistake I made this game was the not playing that Engineered Explosives that one turn. That's unfortunate for us. And again, for those that don't understand Magic, if I kill my Gravecrawler in response here, I don't actually prevent myself any damage, so I don't save anything by doing that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pass the turn here. Now, it's nowhere near the only way we lose now. They just go like spell or Boros Charm. Like, we die to a bunch of stuff here. Or a bunch of things that kill us here. Also, like, can't even reasonably crack this fetch land because I just, like, died to a 3-mana spell. Again, I think the mistake I made this game was... Yeah, sure. Sure. Good. Tank, kill you. You got me. You got me. The classic Moto slow roll. Thank you everyone for hanging out here today. Welcome. If you're new, my name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time TCG player and content producer here on Twitch. I stream 4, 5, sometimes 6, 7 days a week. If you're enjoying what you see, please consider subscribing on Twitch. My subscribers are the reason I'm able to do what I do as often as I do it. If you have Amazon Prime, if you link your Amazon account to your Twitch account, that means you get Twitch Prime for free. And Twitch Prime gives you a free subscription every month to a Twitch streamer of your choice. It doesn't cost you anything, and it benefits me the same as a normal sub. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com would love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com. Buy and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags with them. And finally, this stream's made possible by viewers like Anaronix and you. If you are enjoying this stream, at the very least, please make sure you hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything. It lets you know when I go live and with what. I always try to make sure to put the names of the decks that we're going to be playing on a given stream in the title, so you can kind of get notified and know what we're going to be playing that day. If you can't catch a stream live, you could also catch it on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. I archive all of my stuff there, and I break them up by deck and by matchup, so you can watch just the stuff that you care about there. At any rate, we're heading on into our second match here with Dredgevine. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. Let's probably start on Faithless Looting here. We'll see what we draw. Probably binning Vengevine, Gravecrawler. I'm going to get this off of a black source here. See what we pick up. Well, now it's just Vengevine, right? Bin those dorks. We are currently at 974 sub points. Tron's probably a decent matchup for us until they draw their main deck, Relic of Progenitus. So this is like, do I want to play this Gravecrawler? I probably want to save it for these Vengevines, right? So I'm going to go ahead and play this and pass. So I'm probably setting up for like a good turn 4. That's probably a little bit slow, right? Oh. Huh. Probably fine because they're playing bad Tron. I'm just preparing you for MTG Arena, where none of the cards are going to have text boxes. I'm just preparing you for the future. Plus, on Magic Online, the text box on most of these cards is so long, you can't read the full text of it anyways. So just use the deck list tool on your screen. The card art and the picture, the card art and the other important identifying features of cards are both visible. So, all right. So if I crack this fetch, yeah, you have to zoom in on cards for them to have text boxes on Arena. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna get a swamp here. I'm just gonna go Gravecrawler, and flip these Vengevines into play. Let's go Gravecrawler. If I wanted to play this Gurmag Angler, I'd have to avoid one of my Vengevines. I'm just like definitely not in the market to do that. Yeah, double Gravecrawler, HU, and then like have lethal on board next turn. Cause welcome to Modern. I mean, like, really, like, it's just like in paper Magic, right? Like, you're not even required to have English or native language copies of cards. Like, the artwork is the identifying feature on Magic cards, which is why alters generally have to be approved in competitive tournaments. Yeah, right? Nice condescend. Oh no, what if they play something really unfair like a Thought-Knot Seer? What if they play something really unfair like a Thought-Knot Seer? The easiest way to figure out, am I playing Magic Arena, is can I play Modern on Magic Arena? If not, then probably not. Walking Ballista. Shatter this, shock you, lethal. Right? Destroy you, shock you. Vengevine is such a powerful magic card. I mean, before the update, it like was barely, it was just like this made up format, right? So there's probably just like a couple of grudges in and not much else. Is Grudge strictly better than Abrupt Decay in this matchup? Probably. Well, not strictly, but it's pretty close to being just better, right? Abrupt Decay can kill random things like, say, Treasure Mage. I think that's what I want to do. I think Ooze is slow and clunky. I think I'd rather just have a bunch of grudges. Ooze is, I guess, is an extra way to trigger Vengevines early. Nameless Inversion doesn't do anything for the most part. Sam needs another land in it, unfortunately, so I could be able to keep this one. Par for the course. Sure. I'm gonna bottom this, looking for Faithless Lootings and stuff of that nature. Just gonna play my Jackal Pup here on one, I think. We don't have any big grand plans for Vengevines or ways to get Vengevines in the bin, even if we had them, so just play my 2-1 for 1 and get my beatdowns on. Mana Reshaper is interesting. You're right that that's probably a card that they play. You're likely right that that is a card that they play. I don't think I'm gonna play Owls today. I think I'll probably revisit Owling Mine tomorrow. I want to crack my way through the donation queue today. I think Owls every other day is a good goal. Am I playing a 1/2 flyer for 3? Asking myself the important questions. I don't think so. I don't think I'm willing to play a 1/2 just. Yes, I have been repealed. You got me. Hey, K Pringle 1346 with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much for sending your Amazon Fund money this way this month. I do appreciate that. That's decent for us. Just have nothing going on. Unfortunately, we don't have a 4th land for that. So if they block here, we can just put it back into play, which is nice. Unless they hit a land. If they hit an untapped land here, they could get us with the relic. Mana Reshaper, tilt. I guess like we technically didn't trade it for a card either. Opponent could have forced us to crack a fetch land there if they would have activated this inside of combat, but I don't even know if that's really relevant. Are we done here? Can I win this game? I feel like the answer is no, so I'm gonna pack it in. No Owling Mine today feels bad, man. The capitalist pig. Thanks for the 2-1-3 sub. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Why not play the Haakon? Asking the hard-hitting questions, Nathan. For those that are newer to Modern or Magic, Haakon is a card that you cannot play from your hand. You can only cast it from your graveyard. Yeah, it seems fine. to lead on a Faithless Looting here. You always want to lead on Looting over Neonate because Neonate is a card that can allow us to trigger Vengevines down the line, since it is a creature. Haakon is a free discard here off the Looting. Let's see what else we draw. Hopefully find... That's pretty sweet. I'm just going to bin this Stinkweed Imp, right? Yeah, seems good. We hit a Lotleth Troll. Immortal shilling for me in chat. God bless. Do I need a second red ever? Probably not. Just gonna get more black mana. I didn't hit another dredge creature, did I? Oh, that was loose. I could have flashbacked this grudge on here. I still get to flashback this grudge on here. Oh, do you have land? Did you auto pass by mistake? You did not. All right, well, sucks to be you. Kill that one. Thanks for the follow, dickhead. Get banned. Gotcha. What a sad life they must lead. I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and I'm gonna dredge this because if we hit Gravecrawler plus Vengevine, we can put the Vengevine into play. We hit neither because I'm unlucky. I can discard a creature card to put a thing on him. That's so good. Discard that one. Yep. Yep. Yeah, there was a random idiot that used to just, like, post that message constantly. Or a group of idiots, depending on how you look at it. Vengevine plus a Gravecrawler. Well, that's sweet, because we get to go ahead and play this Gravecrawler. And then we get to play this Haakon. We get to floop the Vengevine. Trigger. Oh, I should have done this in the other order, right? Because they could condescend this, and I'd rather they condescend this one. So this was a small sequencing mistake on my part, because I could have a Haakon in play and instead I have a Gravecrawler in play. Alright. Hit you for 8. This deck's got a sweet plan. The thing that I always wonder is, like, we kind of get hosed by similar cards to Dredge getting hosed by. This is what I could do for the Mining of Owls. Thank you. Thank you for the bits, Desticon. It's $4 worth of bits there, approximately. Let's get that owl goal updated. Dredge you. Flashback looting, dredge this imp. Dredge this imp. Bin these. This deck could use Dryad Arbor. The other 8 pennies, bro. Yeah, we've played Storm on stream before. It's a fine deck. It's a fine Magic the Gathering deck. Are you dead? They could have like a Spatial Contortion, I guess, right? Repeal doesn't do it because these two are lethal on their own. So, kill you. Feel like we could have won that game with a lot less. Got him. Vengevine is such a powerful card. It's such a powerful card. Haakon was good there. Haakon just like being another card that we could like Faithless Looting through and flip from the graveyard. I wonder, the thing that's at the front of my mind is, are 3 Neonates enough? I feel like I want I feel like I want another Neonate in the deck just for like triggering Vengevines more consistently. Just because like 1-mana creatures are really good at triggering Vengevine. I've only played a couple of matches here, obviously, but like the games where we've had a bunch of Neonates have been really good. I have 2 children. I can make jokes like that. Yeah, you're not wrong. Definitely was short of point of damage. You beat Trod, congrats. You beat Bad Tron, Hogland. Got him. This hand's really anemic, right? Just like doesn't do much. God, this hand's pretty good with a land. I'm on the draw. I'm on the draw. Could you imagine if this Ghost Quarter was a basic mountain? Look and imagine if this Ghost Quarter was a basic mountain. Just like come on a journey with me where this Ghost Quarter was a basic mountain. We're not dead. We're not dead till I miss this land drop, okay? Calm down. Alright, good. Darkblast, Last Hope, Charm, EE, Grudge out. Maybe Last Hope's not good enough. Maybe Last Hope's not good enough. McConn's a little clunky. Loam's probably a little slow. Scavenging Ooze good. It's probably the type of matchup where Scavenging Ooze is fine, right? Yeah, the problem is they're not going to board out Reflector Mage against us. And this is really bad against Reflector Mage. Like, exceedingly bad. I think I need to change the day the donations go till. Since we hit the other one. I'm going to change it to March 30th. Because if we do the 12-hour stream, it's going to happen on the 31st or the 1st. And I want at least a day's notice in case we get there really close to the deadline. So, I'll just push it up a couple of days there. Because obviously if we hit the goal on April 1st, I'm not going to like fire up if I didn't plan to. There's a Modern Mox monthly on the 1st, so I'll probably do the stream on the 31st. One Grudge for... Nah, I mean, unless Rawson was watching the stream, he's not going to know how to sideboard this game. And plus, like, I have 2 Abrupt Decays, 2 Kolaghan's Command, and an EE, so, like, even if he was watching the stream, I think, like, we have more than enough answers to a cage. I'm aware of who we're playing. Rawson pops into chat, he's involved in the stream. It's the same username on Twitch. He streams occasionally too. I just don't want to stream the Mox. Streaming events like the Mox encourages people to ghost. So like these are really low stakes events, right? So like I don't mind being ghosted while playing leagues. Like if someone's such like a petty crappy person that like it means more in their life to like win this league match of Magic rather than practice Magic the Gathering, like, you know, more power to them. So our card's actually going to be pretty good here. We get to discard these 2 on 1, and then I get to go Lotleth on 2 into Scavenging Ooze, cast Gravecrawler, flip Vengevine on 3. No, I think that's going to be the last donation goal. And if they cast Rest in Peace, I'll just, like, quietly pick up my cards and, like, do whatever with them. I'm probably going to bin this Stinkweed Imp to dredge it next turn, right? Because I would like to... what's the word I'm searching for? I would like to hit more Vengevines to floop into play. I have been freebooted. Boot me, baby. This only discards creature cards, so I don't have the option to discard the Faithless Looting in response, but, like, it's not really a big deal. I punted. I should do this so I can auto-pass. Get my auto-pass value. Vengevine. We did not find another Vengevine, but we did find another Gravecrawler, so that'll be useful later. I've actually used my free Twitch Prime by setting up Amazon Prime. Will it add towards... no, subscriptions don't go towards donation goals. So donation goals are just bits or donations explicitly applied to said goal. What the... God damn it, Magic Online. It's been a while since I've clicked through a combat step. It's been a while since I've clicked through a combat step. So, you know, is what it is. It's one of the really nice things about Hex, is Hex's user interface is fantastic, and they make it so you can set a different hotkey so you don't click through your combat. So, yeah. It's really unfortunate. Like, obviously wanted to attack there. Like, would have been significant amounts of damage. Also have, on Hex, they also have a hotkey for attackers too, so you just like press a hotkey to attack with everything, which is nice. Yep, just Magic Online things. And we're pretty dead now, right? I guess this blocks and regenerates, but like we just don't have a good way to pivot and attack through this, right? I mean, Magic Online stops the attackers if you F6. I just hadn't adjusted to the fact that I'd F6, so I pressed OK to skip through my beginning of combat step. But because I had pressed F6, it was pressing OK to say no attackers. The Stinkweed Imp kills things. Yeah, I guess that's fair. That's fair. Stinkweed Imp locks things up pretty good. It's a good assessment. I can dredge a Darkblast next turn to kill their image value as Lieutenant. That's not particularly meaningful. The Scourge kind of gets big. That's really slow. I boarded out my Loams, right? I didn't think I'd have time for that. Maybe I'm just never supposed to board the Loams out. Get Reflector Mage and concede. Good games are awesome. Bad mulligan that first game. Bad mana base kinda too. Like I think the Ghost Quarters in this deck are greedy on 21 lands. I feel like I definitely want a basic mountain before the first Ghost Quarter. 1 quarter is probably fine. But 2 colorless sources and 21 sources is a little bit of greed. Seems like lands and spells. But, like, it just doesn't do anything powerful, right? I guess I could keep it and just, like, curve this into this with the Gravecrawler. I currently have a total of 853 subscribers. With a total of what is called 975 sub points. So, like, the bigger subscribers, like the Tier 2 and Tier 3 subscribers, give extra sub points. Yeah, I agree. That's one of the things I commented on earlier. I think I would definitely want 4 Neonates in my deck that's trying to trigger Vengevine. Blue-white control, perhaps. Lotleth Troll. Actually pretty good against Supreme Verdict, right? Pretty decent. Pretty bad against Path to Exile, though. Pretty bad against Path to Exile. Sick combos with that brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I get unlazy, I'll add one more number to that. I appreciate that, whenever you feel like being unlazy. I've had those days, I've had those weeks, those months, you know, whatever. It's like, you know, hey, we'll do that later. Why do today what I could put off till tomorrow? Well, I appreciate that, Sick Combos. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for putting your Amazon fun money this way. I'm getting draw step path here. I'm gonna discard this Gravecrawler. Cast this Gravecrawler before they get a chance to path me. Play this Blackcleave Cliffs, attack them for 4 here. They just take this hit, they're on a 12. Like, are they just holding counter magic here? They were just holding counter magic and don't have a Path to Exile. We're gonna be in a really good spot. They bottomed, that bodes well for us. It does. So Amazon Prime subscriptions are identical on my end to a $4.99 a month subscription, which I have no idea how Amazon makes money doing that, but God bless them. I get my $3 or whatever for an Amazon Prime sub, just like I get for a normal $5 subscription. So God bless you, Amazon. Yep. Yeah, it's really pretty smart in a way. Like they've done that, and by doing what they did, it allows them to, like, there's no way I'd be able to, like, you know, hire a babysitter without those Amazon Prime subs. So, like, by them giving me extra money that way, they encourage me to stream more, which generates ad revenue and stuff like that for them. Here's an interesting question. Do I shock my Gravecrawler to deny them a card draw here? I could, like, shock my Gravecrawler, make them discard a card. Yeah, but, like, a lot of people that have Amazon Prime, how many people are buying Amazon Prime because they're getting Twitch Prime, right? Like, there's that question. Like, I had Amazon Prime long before Twitch Prime ever happened. I kind of like just denying them cards. I feel like they're kind of flailing here. I could also just Abrupt Decay the Gravecrawler too. This Decay is probably not going to have text this game. I think I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to Decay my Gravecrawler, so that way I can hold up Regeneration on my Lotleth Troll. So by removing both targets from the Electrolyze, they don't get to draw the card from it. So I do this, play this Foothills, return this Gravecrawler. So I wanted to return the Gravecrawler here. Yeah, so I can leave up regen mana in case they have Supreme Verdict. Yeah, if I call against commanded, then I'd have to choose between recasting the Gravecrawler or regenerating the Lotleth Troll, and I think I want to be able to do both of those things. And, like, the call against command represents 2 points of reach down the line in this game too, right? Yeah, exactly. Like, Amazon understands that, like, they need to spend money to make money. You cannot window capture... You cannot window capture MTGO because it's MTGO. You have to capture your entire screen. So, like, that's why I can do things like this and show you my Twitch chat window off to the side. Oh, God, Matt. God, fucking Windows. That's stupid. I need to turn... Does anyone know how I turn that off? How you make it so it doesn't hide everything when you jiggle the windows? I can turn that off somewhere, right? Because it's really annoying. It's really annoying. All right, so... Display capture works. That's how everybody else does it. That's how I have it set up. That's how literally everyone that streams Magic Online does it. It's not just an OBS thing, it's a Magic Online thing. OBS and MTGO don't even have to be on different displays. I could discard plus shock Jace, that's true. I could also just like stick this Vengevine and smash. It puts regen down, but it means if they don't have Path to Exile, they have to chump block with the Jace, right? Yeah, I think I want to just make them chump here. There's a pretty good chance that this Faithless Looting lets us re-trigger the Vengevine next turn. If they have Path to Exiles, this goes really sideways for us, but I feel like the way they've played this game so far, they don't have Path. The way my opponents played this game so far makes me feel like they don't have Path to Exile. This does play into a potential Supreme Verdict, which generally these more controlling builds have 2 to 3 copies of. Yeah, but Hasty Vengevine will be lethal. Alright, well, hopefully they're dead. They could snap, Electrolyze here, but they're probably still dead through that because of this Kolaghan's command. I guess they could opt into a Lightning Helix here. It's basically just that. You have to capture your entire monitor instead of capturing the game window directly. And also, like, Magic Online has multiple windows anyways, so, like, ideally capturing the monitor is probably what you want to do. And if they have Settle the Wreckage, they have Settle the Wreckage. Like, I'm not playing around that card game one. And just, like, playing around random one-ofs is a good way to beat yourself, generally speaking. You know, it's generally not worth your time to play around random fun-ofs like that. Golgari Charm is great, kills random enchantments, also regenerates my creatures. Last Hope seems good for grinding value. Ancient Grudge seems bad. These decays are probably worth keeping in to tag Rest in Pieces post-board. It's probably realistic. Haakon's okay. Nameless Inversion seems pretty bad. Do I want these other cards in here? I don't think so. I think Scavenging Ooze is a little narrow. I think it's narrow just to have that to try and mess with Snapcaster Mage. So I think this is how I want to sideboard. Feel free to comment in the 60 seconds or so before I submit. Welcome to everyone staying out here today. I got a little over 700 people already. Thanks everyone for stopping by. I know there's a lot of different things you could be doing, different people who could be watching. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your Tuesday here with us. I'm going to be here every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday afternoons. Spellskite's interesting. I'd buy Spellskite for $1. I don't hate that. What is it better than, though? I kind of like most of the cards we have. I guess Collective Brutality isn't particularly impressive. It's just like kind of a random one of. Nah, Satyr Wayfinder helps enable our like get our graveyard stuff going. I like Satyr Wayfinder a lot. Yeah, but like killing their creatures generally isn't like winning strategy or like what I'm looking to be doing, right? I think this is fine. Like not super exciting. I mean, it gets to go like Jackal Pup into another 2/1, right? So Nameless Inversion alongside Haakon lets you cast Nameless Inversion indefinitely out of your discard pile. It's just like 2 mana, kill something with 3 defense or less. So it's just like a cute one of for like synergy with your other one of. And like, while it may seem narrow to play like 2 one-ofs that synergize together like that, Haakon's just like a fine card on its own, and Nameless Inversion is just like a kind of expensive kill spell that's like mostly fine. And like when you're dredging through your deck every game, like you're gonna be able to find your one-ofs together more consistently. So a deck like this gets to see more cards on average than a lot of decks do in Modern. So when you have those kind of synergies with singletons like that, it's mostly fine. What's going on, Iron? Search for Azcanta. Cantrips. What you got? Jace. That makes sense. Oh, I guess this Abrupt Decay kills this Jace, right? Seems fine for us. let's just nip that in the bud. Get right on out of there. Maybe that makes the Collective Brutality better. I forgot we saw Jason game 1. Yeah, there should probably be Collective Brutality in my deck still. Yeah, we can 10 out of 10 just use, can 10 out of 10 use it as a makeshift. Makeshift, what's it called? Go ahead and windmill this Satyr Wayfinder here. Hopefully find a land, get 4 looks. I could cast the Life from the Loam as a guaranteed land, but yeah, we should find at least 1 land here and that many cards. I'm gonna go ahead and fetch Shock here, I think. I want another black source, I believe. Black-red source. I'm going to cast this Faithless Looting. Ditch Loam, ditch Stinkweed Imp. And then next turn I can go Lotleth into Gurmag Angler, flip Vengevine into play and attack for a bunch. And still have regeneration up, which is nice. Probably dredge the Stinkweed Imp. So that way, that's really unfortunate. This is another reason why, just like, you should play 3 basics in your deck, like Field of Ruin and Path to Exile or things. Hey, Hexen72 with the Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here, so thank you, thank you, thank you. We're gonna dredge old Stinky here, open for another Vine, which we hit. God bless. Cast this. Cast this. Trigger these Vengevines. Get my piggies into play. This deck's like a regular dredge deck. It's very good against these control decks. I've now added a salt counter to my stats list. Hey, thank you, JSB, for the bits. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sure. Sure, yeah, you killed my card that I played for free effectively. You got me. And, like, even if they have a Wrath here, right? Like, I'm just gonna, like, regenerate Liliana backtick, rebuy my Gurmag Angler. I guess if they have, like, actual Wrath of God, we can't regenerate, right? But if they just have Supreme Verdict like they usually do, we get to keep old Lotleth around. Oh, yeah. Regenerate. Baby. Alright, so... am I discarding the Stinkweed Imp and dredging it? I think so. I think so. Yeah. Play this. I'm appreciating the Fry emote now. It's quite excellent, if we're being honest. And I grab this Gurmag Angler back to my hand. There's a Gravecrawler in my bin. So I'm gonna hold this fish for a turn, I think. Mostly because I don't want to put regeneration down in here. But also, if I hold the Gurmag Angler, I get to go Gurmag Angler plus Gravecrawler next turn and flip the Vengevines back into play. And I think we're actually gonna be in a position where we can afford to play around. All right, so they're just dead, right? They're dead to known information. Yeah, they're just super dead to known information. Hey, Munchkinarek with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate that. As always, subs are the best way you can support what I do here. Play this. Cast this Gravecrawler. Floop the piggies. These are my piglets, my little piglets. They're very angry and attack for 4. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Zombie fish relevant to Gravecrawler, yep. The core of this deck's really sweet. Vengevine's really powerful. Faithless Looting's a great magic card. Lotleth Troll's actually been pretty impressive too, right? My comments so far are definitely, let's get a mountain in this mana base. Let's fit a 4th Neonate in here somewhere. Like, Ancient Grudge, Collective Brutality, Nameless Inversion. Like, cut one of these 3 random fun ofs and just, like, get a 4th copy of one of the better cards in our deck. I mean, like, they were dead on board no matter how they sliced it, so, like, unsummoning and then, like, hope I missed the Vengevines doesn't seem completely unreasonable. This hand's a great keep. It's a good example of, like, why Neonate's very good, because I'm gonna get to Faithless Looting, and then hopefully find another land, and then, like, go Neonate, Gravecrawler, flip Vengevine out onto you. Yes, the $4 could definitely go towards that. Ding in. Thank you for pointing that out. Another Celestial Colonnade. Sweet. So maybe we can get out of here with the 3-2. Need to hit a land drop in our next 4 draws. Looking for a land in 4 draws. Looking for a land. Probably going to draw the fucking Ghost Quarter and just, like, hate myself. Well, I mean, at least we didn't draw the Ghost Quarter, right, chat? We got that going for us. I'm going to bin this Vengevine. I'm going to bin Nameless Inversion against a Colonnade deck. Yeah, leagues with aggro decks are always really quick, right? Like we're 56 minutes in match 5 here. Definitely going to be able to play more than 3 leagues today. Usually 3 to 4 leagues in a 7-hour stream is about the norm. I'm going for about 2 hours where we're getting ready to head towards our 3rd league already. Don't Spreading Seize me. God damn it. Green source, green source, green source, green source, green source. Ding, fries are done. Let's get a green-red land here. Cast this Satyr Wayfinder. Because I don't guarantee to have a zombie in my hand. Wait, what? Oh, I don't know why I thought this gave me all of the lands. It definitely only gives me 1. This card's much worse than I thought. I definitely thought this gave me all of the lands that it revealed. That would be so much better, right? That would be so much better. It's like, I clicked on the forest, and I was like, why? What happened? What a tilt. Yeah, and again, like, could you imagine if this Ghost Quarter had been a mountain? Like, I much rather would have had a mountain there, right? I would have much rather had a mountain there. So, like, again, just like these Ghost Quarters, just like being super miserable and doing nothing but like preventing us from casting or doing nothing but preventing us from actually playing Magic, right? Can't go get a mountain. There's not a mountain in the deck. Not a mountain in the deck. Womp womp. No, there's no mountain in our deck to get. Could not have fixed for ourselves. Is in fact not correct. I don't feel the deck needs more acceleration in it. I'd much rather have a touch of interaction in the deck. Is it Charm versus Lotus Cobra? If you wanted to get Lotus Cobras in the deck, I'd probably play them over Coiling Oracle. So, do I want to just Abrupt Decay here? I feel like I want to just Abrupt Decay here, right? Just like free one of my lands up. Let's see, we might be too little too late here. Might be too little too late. We'll see. We shall see. The Spreading Seas are a lot more than Time Walk there. They put us behind, what, 3-4 turns? The opponent's just been, like, dirtling around doing a whole lot of nothing. I think I want to dredge this Darkblast. I think I'd rather take a draw step. Open this Gravecrawler, draw a card. Stinkweed Imp, sure. Yeah, blue-white control's been pretty unimpressive every time I've played with or against it. It's, like, okay against some of the more mid-rangey things, but, like, especially since, like, Jund has Bloodbraid Elf to lean on now, it's, like, really feels pretty anemic. I have a path for that. And again, just, like, their next path is just kill target thing, right? Like, I don't have another basic to go get. Yep. Yep. So if they don't have a way to get another card, oh, they're probably going to trade. Wait, really? That's weird. So if they don't have a way to put another card in their bin in response to this trigger, we're going to have a window to Abrupt Decay this, which would be ideal. So hopefully they don't go like opt-in response here. You can take a timeout for posting stupid quotes like that out of context. There are a bunch of very unique and different red-green mid-range decks that are genuinely different and unique that play Bloodbraid Elf. That makes sense. Makes sense why we didn't take the Gravecrawlers. Okay. I think I'm still just supposed to take the Azcanta off the table. I think I'm just supposed to take the Search for Azcanta off the table. I'm going to dredge this Darkblast since it takes this stupid Snapcaster Mage away. Hit a life from the Loam. So I'm going to kill this. There's Jund, there's Panza, there's 1,000 different teamer variations that are competitive. There are so many different decks that are playing Bloodbraid Elf. So many different decks that are playing Bloodbraid Elf. We banned a Gravecrawler on that last dredge, which is nice. There's Zoo variations, like Red-Green Eldrazi. Like, all of these decks are like, they're all playing Bloodbraid Elf, but it's like saying, okay, you know, every deck that plays Lightning Bolt's a Lightning Bolt deck. Like, you know, man, they're all just the same. All these stupid Lightning Bolt decks. It's like, that's very clearly not the case. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and Darkblast the Snapcaster Mage. I think I'm just gonna go for max dredging here. Oh, I can't actually bring back the Gravecrawler yet, right? Because I don't have another zombie, but I have this Kolaghan's command. Let me dredge 2 more Stinkweeds. I can Imp plus Neonate, you're right. So let's dredge this other Stinkweed. Looking for some Vengevines. We got 3 of them and 28 cards. We have 1 Vengevine there. I think that's fine. This gives us a blocker for Celestial Colonnade as well, which is nice. Oh, you know what? I missequenced here. This is actually a pretty big mistake, too. I could have led on the Insolent Neonate and sacked to dredge this before playing the other Stinkweed Imp. So I definitely could have gotten a second Vengevine into play this turn, which is, this deck's really impressive against these mid-range and these control decks, right? Like, I definitely missequenced that pretty hard, and like we stumbled and fumbled, being unfortunate with spreading season our mana. Like, we're very in this game. Yeah, I definitely think Stoneforge is going to be involved in competitive decks. So I think it's going to be oppressive. No, I think that's silly. I do not think it's going to be anywhere near oppressive, but I do think it will be competitive, which is sweet. Like, having a deck like that be competitive is awesome. Hey, HBC Stark with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much. Thanks for sending your Amazon fun money this way this month. I do appreciate that. Let's see what their Jace does here. Yeah, and they're like, and now they have the Jace down, right? So like, if there's what's it called in our top however many cards here, I'm gonna feel really silly. There's another Vengevine. I could have the Gideon dead last turn. So let's dredge this and see if there's another Vengevine. There actually wasn't another Vengevine. Wow. So I think I'm going to start by using this to discard this Vengevine, and then I'm going to dredge something here, probably Life from the Loam, see what we find. That found... Good lord, there's just no Vengevines in this deck. Where are my Vengevines at, chat? Where are my Vengevines at? Well, they pathed one of them earlier, so we have what's it called? We have 2 more Vengevines and 15 cards at this point. It's obligated to attack Gideon. I don't know why you're asking me, Magic Online. Confirmed, Vengevine's off looking for their best friend, the Hollowed One. Thank you for the bits, I appreciate that. I'm unsure why we'd Fate Seal me when I have dredge cards. Put a card on the bottom, sure. I'm gonna dredge a Darkblast in case they have a Snapcaster Mage. We had another Vengevine there, so I'm going to go ahead and use red, black, colorless, and do this. Return a Gurmag, you discard a card. Oh, I could have killed the Jace last turn, couldn't I? Yeah, this game was a comedy of errors. I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the next one, I think. Messed that up pretty badly. Alright, so we're gonna bring in the Lilianas, this. Gonna cut Grudge, cut Inversion, cut Collective Brutality. Got this Darkblast. Alright, I like that. Definitely had a few small missed percentage plays there. A little unfortunate at the start, but definitely was a little bit sloppy in the mid to late game. Once we got there, I think we had a chance to continue grinding it out, and I just flooped it up a little bit. Lack of a basic mountain in our deck bit us early, but I think I probably could have played through that. We have Gravecrawler, Faithless Looting, and Insolent Neonate. There's a deck list on your screen. If you're on mobile, you can type !deck and get a link to it, as always, via Stream Decker. I can't decide if the random people that come in here and just say my name is Jeff is a better or worse troll than the people that come in here and just do the same copy pasta. I am going to Cincinnati this weekend. Cincinnati this weekend is going to be my first paper event in like 8-9 months. Should be a good time. It's a team event. Team events are always fun. I am unfortunately playing Legacy for this weekend though, which kind of sucks. Legacy's not a particularly fun format at the moment, but you know, we take the ones that we have to take for the team, right? Sounds pretty good, right? We get to floop a Vengevine into play on turn 2 off Gravecrawler Neonate, which is again just like there should definitely be 3 Neonates in this deck. Or 4 Neonates in this deck. The card is so good. I just really want 8 1-drops. Just really want 8 1-drops. Bin this. If we get really lucky, this Loam will dredge into some more Vengevines. Deathrite Shaman has really kind of homogeneized the format, or however that word is pronounced. Just like the Deathrite Shaman, Ponder, Brainstorm, Force, like that core of 16 cards is just like so much more powerful than a lot of the other fair things you can be doing in Legacy. So I'm gonna dredge this Loam. We hit a second Vengevine. That's awesome. So we actually have a chance to hit another Vengevine here. So I'm gonna play this Neonate. I'm gonna sacrifice this Neonate to bin my life from the Loam. I'm gonna dredge this Loam. We did not hit another one, but that's fine. Just like turn 2, 10 power, just modern things. Oh no, what if they cast a Rest in Peace? How will we ever be able to win? Rawr. And again, kind of want to get a red source here. Don't have that option. All right, so we're gonna chuck this in, cast this Gravecrawler, cast this Lotleth Troll, pass the turn. I don't want to be a chicken, I don't want to be a duck, so I shake my butt. No, I think Grixis Delver can be built to beat any of those decks. I think a lot of those decks are like at most 50% against good Delver players on good deck lists. I think you should just play Grixis Delver if you're interested in playing the Deathrite Shaman core. The 4-color control deck's okay too, I suppose, but like you should either play Delver or you should play one of the greedy 4-color control decks. I don't think I want to change anything. I think I'm pretty happy with what we have going on here. Thanks everyone for hanging out here today. I think, no, I don't even think that's true. I've played the Miracles matchup from the, okay, this is my favorite. I love the last Legacy Open that happened. The Grixis Delver player that won the last Legacy Open in order in the top 8 beat Jim Davis on Miracles, beat, Elves, and beat some other deck that just like supposedly has a great Delver matchup. Just like 3 for 3, crushed a bunch of nerds on decks that like have great Delver matchups, because none of those decks actually have great Delver matchups. They're like 45, 50, maybe 55%. Maybe 55%. Thank you very much for the donation, Jesse. Sorry you caught me mid-ramp. In case you want to practice Legacy before saying here's Democracy for Blue-Red Delver, maybe we'll play some Legacy tomorrow. Maybe I've got 3 in the queue. Maybe we'll, thank you for the donation. Maybe we'll do a Legacy day tomorrow. Do you have any good dad advice? Kids are a lot of fun. Make sure you enjoy them. You should. Kids are a lot of fun. Make sure, you know, laugh and joke. And when they're really little, they don't really do a lot. They're super easy. People like, Like, I don't know. Just fucking magic, man. Okay, don't rest in peace me, opponent. Don't turn 2 rest in peace me. Don't do it. Don't turn 2 rest in peace me. Have a heart. Don't relic me. Don't rest in peace me. Kids are a lot of money. That's objectively true. I had this idea that, like, the hard part of being a dad was going to be like, oh, that's sad. I guess they technically didn't rest in peace me, right? So, like, I've got no one to blame but myself here. My opponent did what I asked. All right, so we're not going to play a Gravecrawler this turn, so I want to double Gravecrawler on 3 to flute my Vengevines. I'm not fetching with this because it's hey, Teamer Kiki. What's going on, Swamp? Okay, Swamp, that is the amount that I will drop a match to play. Can I finish this last game, though? Can I finish this? This is the last game of the last match in the league. I'll drop if you want, because that's the drop amount. But I'm gonna ask if we can just finish this last one here. Finish the last one. Thank you very much for the generous bits. I appreciate that. We're gonna play some more Teamer Kiki after this league. All right, hopefully they're just dead to flooping these pigs out here. Hopefully we're just gonna go crawler, floop your pigs. Target, make a black in response here. And again, just like, wish I had a mountain in my deck, wish I had another basic, just like not an option. Thank you very much for the big bits. Really appreciate that. I was making a statement about the dad thing. Oh, kids are way easier when they're like 0 to 9 months old. It gets much more difficult when they get into the toddler range. When they can like actually walk around and like break things. Like, toddlers are like tiny creatures that are just determined to kill themselves. They're just like, your job as a parent is basically to ensure that like these tiny creatures don't like commit ritual suicide. They're just like everything is a game where like the objective is the toddler ends up dead. It's just like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. It's dangerous. Stop it. Stop it. I'm gonna flashback to Faithless Looting pre-combat because this is a wasteland, because I don't have a third basic in my deck. Okay, I'm gonna bin this Haakon. Am I gonna bin this Gravecrawler? Yeah, probably. Just go like basic swamp cast by Gravecrawler. That's exciting. It's exciting. Start picking out names and stuff. Yeah, this definitely could be... This definitely could be a Settle Wreckage here. And I feel like I'm ahead enough on board here that I can afford to play around to settle. I did vet the mana base. I missed the fact that there wasn't a basic mountain. The mana base was worse before I started this league. It was worse before I started the league. I definitely thought about it and then waited. I think I'm just supposed to attack with 2 here. It's lethal with the 2-month Tier 1 resubscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. I'm Bahorst with the Twitch Prime support. Thanks for sending your Amazon Fund money this way this month. I do appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. So if you enjoy what you see, please consider subscribing on Twitch. We must vet the vetting, right? Alright, I think I'm just attacking with these 2 to play around settle. This is like much worse against Path though. God, what if they have Path, Snap, Path? So like, just like 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. And Path, Snap, Path is way more likely than Settle the Wreckage, right? It's like infinitely more likely than Settle the Wreckage. Project Swamp just sent us $100. I'm gonna make them have settle. I can concede the game if they settle us. Yeah, Snap, Path is more likely. Yep. All right, good games. Let's go play the Kiki deck. All right, so, and again, like getting settled there, this is like a good lesson in percentage plays. Getting settled doesn't make that attack wrong. And if you go back and go through and play through those things, those are the things you need to consider when you're making plays like that. It's like, okay, what are the possible outcomes here? They could have settle, or they could have snap, path, snap. And like, one of these things is far more likely than the other, right? Like, there's more paths and snapcaster mages in their deck than there are settle the wreckages, almost certainly. Overall, I really liked this deck. It felt like it was doing not only sweet things, but powerful things. My constructive feedback for changes to make would be a 10 out of 10 want a 4th Neonate. Our most powerful starts in this deck involve getting a Vengevine into play on turn 2, and Neonate helps enable more turn 2 Vengevines in so many different ways. Honestly, I'd want to look at the cards we can play and maybe try and find another 1-mana creature, maybe another 1-mana creature. We definitely need a mountain in the mana base. In case I hadn't complained about that enough during the league, there definitely needs to be a mountain in the mana base. Honestly, I could even see playing 2 more basics. There's so many Field of Runes and Path to Exiles and even Blood Moons, stuff like that. Just like getting an extra swamp in the mana base doesn't seem unreasonable. Wild Cantor is kind of hot. Wild Cantor is kind of funny. I don't know if that's good, but it's funny. Like, things you could cut to fit the Neonate in. This Darkblast is kind of just random and extra. Justin with the $101 donation. Play Owls instead. Thanks for the donation, Justin. Yeah, I can do both today. We can play some Owls, then play some Temur Kiki. Yeah, so like these, if I was looking to cut cards from here, these would be the cards that I'd be interested in cutting and changing and stuff like that. I don't know, the Nameless Inversion might be too cute, but the Haakon was good more than one, so I'd definitely keep the Haakon. All right, that was Dredgevine. Let's wrap that video.